Hello students, now we are going to discuss some basic concepts from the first lesson, Natural or Physical World and Measurement. First one, let us discuss about what is meant by scientific method. The scientific method is a step-by-step approach in studying natural phenomena and establishing laws which govern these phenomena. What is meant by step-by-step approach? Let us imagine we are going to plant a particular plant. For that, what we need first? We need a seed or a sapling. First, what we will do? We will plant a sapling or we will put the seed into the soil. And then daily we have to water the seed or sapling. And daily we have to monitor whether there is a sprout from the seed or the sapling has grown. After 2-3 weeks we can have a baby plant. So this is what called the step by step approach in order to have a baby plant from a small seed. Okay, and what is called establishing laws which govern these phenomena. How the plant is growing? It grows due to the sunlight and proper watering. Okay, so due to sunlight, how it grows? It converts the heat energy from the sunlight into the chemical energy. Okay, so by converting the heat energy into the chemical energy, it is growing day by day. So what is the law behind this process? Yes, of course, we know that law of conservation of energy. What is called law of conservation of energy? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transferred from one form to another form. So this is what called scientific method. And then next we are going to discuss about the general features of scientific method. They are systematic observation, controlled experimentation, qualitative and quantitative reasoning, mathematical modeling, prediction and verification or falsification of theories. First, let us begin from prediction. What is called prediction? Prediction is said to be a kind of goal. So before planting a sapling or planting a seed, what is our goal? We may get at least 100 centimeter of height of plants within 3 weeks. That is what our goal. So with respect to this goal, we are going to the next process. That is what called systematic observation. With respect to this process, what we will do? We will water daily the seed or the sapling, and daily we have to monitor whether there is a sprout from the seed or the sapling has grown properly. So these what said to be the systematic observation. And next, controlled experimentation. With respect to controlled experimentation, if a plant wants to grow properly, it needs some perfect atmosphere. We should keep in our mind whether the plant is planted or the sapling is planted in a proper atmosphere or not. So that is what called controlled experimentation. And next one, qualitative and quantitative reasoning. What is the quality of this experiment? Here, height of the plant is called the quality of the experiment. And what is meant by quantitative reasoning? So every week we are checking the height of the plant in order to know about how much it has grown. Next one, mathematical modeling. With respect to mathematical modeling, we have to compare the growth of the plant for every week. In the previous week, how it has grown. In the next week, how it has grown. So in order to know about that, what we have to do? We have to subtract the height of the plants of these 2 weeks. So this is what called mathematical modeling. And then verification. In the prediction, what was our goal? Within 3 weeks, the plant must grow 100 centimeter. So that is what our goal. So in the third week, we have to check, we have to verify whether the plant has grown 100 centimeter or not. Next one, falsification of theories. What based on this experiment, the law is generated. That law is nothing but law of conservation of energy. Within these 3 weeks, the tree has grown up to 100 centimeters. How it has grown to 100 centimeters? It is because it gains energy from sunlight and then it grows. How it grows? By getting the energy from the sunlight, because it is converting the heat energy from the sunlight into a chemical energy. Okay, so that according to the law of conservation of energy, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transferred from one form to another form. Thank you, students.